now I'm ready to share. Namaskar. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our yoga class. Sorry, I'm a little bit late in the presentation today. So every day we have a few new people, so we go over the basics of yoga. Yoga is different from Western medicine, and it is different in the sense that Western medicine treats the symptoms of a particular condition, whereas yoga, while it is reducing the symptoms, is actually working towards the root cause of illness in the body. And yoga primarily works by stress reduction in the body. It can be done with physical exercises, breathing exercises, mantras, and other meditative practices. One common thing to note about all yogic practices is that the mind does not wander. So keep the awareness within you, focus your mind on your breath, and visualize the part of the body that's being exercised. That'll bring maximum benefit through yoga. Yoga is designed to increase the energy of communication in body systems. Yoga stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. It makes you feel better and minor issues can get resolved. But the same set of palliative yoga exercises can also have a therapeutic effect. In fact, Dr. Rajan has innovated on a very unique yoga therapy method called measured yoga therapy, where we measure how the nadis on our fingertips are performing, and that gives us a window into how different organs or organ systems in the body are performing, where does the root cause of illness lie, and on the basis of that, Dr. Rajan can recommend some very specific targeted exercises that will benefit your particular condition. So if any of you have any particular condition that you want to talk about, today's forum is not the right forum because it is a public forum, but I'll put my email address in the chat box and you can send me an email and then we can have a personal consultation for you scheduled. A few points to note about today's class. First and foremost, please follow instructions to avoid any adverse reactions. The other important thing is to keep your spine straight. And if you don't have the upper body strength or if you're feeling tired, then take support from the back of the chair or the wall behind you, but you have to keep your spine straight. And the other very important thing is to do your practice gently without strain. And if there is too much strain on the body, then it is not yoga by definition. So do it within your individual capacity, and it is not a competition. And there is a limitation in duration or count of specific exercises. Dr. Rajan would say that, please follow it. And when you have doubt, avoid the practice or seek clarification. But remember that the liability is entirely yours. Do not multitask or merge two exercises. The slower you do, the better it is for you. And the other very important thing is regular discipline practice. So if you miss a day, use the video recording from our yoga channel, Life in Yoga Rajan. And we broadcast our sessions live there and they're automatically saved there. Remember that yoga is not just physical exercise, it's a lot more than that. But it is not a religious practice either. So people from all religions are welcome and it does not interfere with any religious practices. Yoga brings good health, the mind and the body. It brings inner awareness and a sense of cosmic connection. And with that, I'll welcome you to our yoga family and I'll let Dr. Rajan start today's session.
Namaste, everyone. As usual, we'll begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's begin as usual with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. If there is anybody who is new over here, perineum is the spot between the anus and the genital area. So when you're sitting, it is in between the buttocks, but slightly above the seat over there, right in the middle. So now, pressing at the little finger, we do the mantra Lam, focusing on the perineum and gently squeezing it, like squeezing the buttocks. Take a deep breath in. Lam. Lam. Release the fingers and continue.
Lam.
Last time. Actually, one more time. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum and focusing there. This is the place behind where we urinate, and compressing gently from front to back. We do the mantra Vam. And when we do the mantra Vam, press against the ring finger. Take a deep breath in. Ram. Ram. Vam. 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 Last time. Vam. I meant last time with the fingertips. Let's do it without that. Vam. Vam. And last time. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, and as we draw in at the navel, we do the mantra Ram, and we hold the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Let's go. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Ram. Last time. Ram. We come to the middle of the chest in between the breasts, and there we do the sound Yum, and we have the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Release the finger and continue. Yum. 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 Last time. Yum. Now we bring our awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum, and we keep the thumbs up mudra with a thumbs up in a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. Hum. Release the fingers and continue. Last time. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we do the sound chum, and we keep the thumbs up mudra again at the loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Chum. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Now we bring our awareness to the top of the head, and again with thumbs up mudra, we do the sound Om. Release the mudra and continue. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, our Ujjayi pranayam. So bring your attention to the throat with your eyes closed. As you're watching your throat at the base of the mouth and the topmost part of your neck, make a big smile. And as you make the big smile, feel a slight stretch in the throat. Focusing on that stretch in the throat, inhale and exhale slowly and feel like the air is rubbing along the throat. And as you're inhaling and exhaling, watching this, you will feel like there is a slight sucking kind of a feeling. But remember not to strain. Continue. The ease with which you do should be such, or I should put it, the light effort with which you do should be such that you could be watching your throat and breathing and go into meditation. Most of you are doing it fine, but some of you can watch to make sure you feel the breath and you have the throat stretched enough. And I will tell you who are the people who can benefit to do a little better. Sanchita Ghosh was try to feel the stretch a little more in the throat. And Govardhan Patel, you can, if you feel the stretch a little more, you'll have a better effect. And Sudha Bhatt, if you can feel a better sensation in your throat, you will feel a better impact of the pranayama. Those of you who have just come in late, we are doing the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. Okay, now let's go on to the respiratory mantra. This is something you visualize from inside your sternum, like a little bit inside in the middle of the chest. From there, you feel a line going through the top of the head. And along that line, you vibrate the mantra Haim, Im, 3 syllables. Haim, Im, and So feel like the vibration is going Haim, Im, Haim, Im, Haim, Im, but you don't say it verbally. You mentally feel the vibration go, and there is no correlation with the breath. So it can be as fast as you like or slow as it happens. So continue. Okay, now let's go on to our spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your head as if bring your ear towards one shoulder, and inhale, come back. And exhale, tilt towards the other shoulder, and inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last 14. Inhale, come back up, and as you exhale, turn your head as if looking over one shoulder, and exhale, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the head over the other shoulder, inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last 40. Now come back, inhale and come back. Now with the next inhalation, take the head back, and as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. 2, inhale back, exhale towards the chest. Continue. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. Last time, 9, and exhale. As the chin comes to the chest, we do 360-degree rotation. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the other half. Continue. 2, 3. Once you have completed 3, let's go in the backward direction. Let's go opposite direction. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's go again the earlier direction. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go in the backward direction. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we go on to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We will do 2 more, 50 and 60. Now, raise the hands up and let's go 1 inhale and make the palms perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Let's go 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Now, as you inhale, rotate around the fist and exhale, complete the rotation. 2, 3, 4. Let's go backward. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now let's go back to hands again. Inhale up and then down, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. And 4, exhale. Now let's rotate around the fist again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, elbows in line with the shoulders. Let's go. Inhale and lift up around the wrist and fingers and exhale, come down. 2, exhale. 3, and 4. Now let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now interlock the hands and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, rotate to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn to the other side, inhale, come back. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last 14. And come back. Now get hold of the opposite elbows. As you exhale, pull on one elbow and inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last 14. And we are done. Now, let's get the hands behind your back and get hold of your elbows. And as you exhale, turn to the left or one side, inhale, come back. Exhale the other way and inhale, come back. And continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's good. Now, let's get hold of the hips behind the back. And as you inhale, push on one hand and lean backward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, push on the other hand and lean backward. Exhale, come back. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's continue. 11, 12, 13, and 14. This is good. And come back. Okay. Now cross one leg over the other. And the knee that is on the top, hold it with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, you not only lift it up, but cross it over and turn your head to the same direction as the leg you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 12, 11, and 12. Now let's cross the other leg over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now let's stand up and get hold of and we are going to bend at the pelvis. Those of you who need the support of the chair, you can hold your chair and bend forward, but make sure the back does not bend. And those of you who don't need support, get hold of your elbows behind your back. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, keep the chin up. Keep the chin up as you bend forward. The back won't bend, you're only bending from the hip. Make sure the feet are shoulder width apart or a little wider with the inside of the feet parallel to each other. And just breathe normally. As you breathe normally, gravity helps you, and slowly you will start coming down more and more. Feel the stretch from the base of the feet all the way to the legs till the hips. Slowly inhale and come up. And now, please be seated, or we'll do both shoulders together. As we inhale, lift up both the shoulders up, feel like the hip is also lifting, and exhale, rotate back and come down. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we are going to go on to the spinal mantra. Bring your awareness to the feet, and then to the knees, and then to the base of the spine in between the buttocks. So in the feet, we are going to do the mantra Aim. The knees, we will do Shim. And the base of the spine, we will do Jim. So close your eyes, keep the focus at the feet. Aim, move to the knees, Shim, and then move to the base of the spine, Jim. I'm Shim 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 Jim. Now we go from the base of the spine to the lumbar region to the thoracic back. So the mantras from there, Jim, Jaim, and Haim. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Feel the vibration moving. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the back, the thoracic region, to the back of the neck, to the back of the head. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we will go from the feet up to the back of the head. So let's focus at the feet, Aim, and then knee, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. Aim, 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 Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. Okay, now we go on to our Bhastrika Pranayama. And just for people who are new, when Bhastrika Pranayama is nothing but deep breathing. But in the deep breathing, we make use of the full lung, or as much as we can. When we inhale first, as the lower lung breathes, feel the abdominal area come out. And as you continue to breathe, feel the chest expand. And as you continue to breathe, feel the shoulder stretch back as the upper lung breathes. And as you exhale, you let everything collapse. You can keep your hand in your belly to feel the thing come out, and you can breathe this way and that and exhale that way. The other is you can keep the elbows by the side of the chest and keep a loose fist. So let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Let me pause a moment. I'm going to ask you to do a visualization, and we'll begin again. When you inhale, I want you to feel the vitality of the breath go to the head. This is something Bal Mukund suggested yesterday, and it increases the intensity of the Bhastrika Pranayama. When you inhale, it goes up to the head, and exhale, it leaves it. So let's do that visualization. Let's begin again. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Let's continue till 25. 21. Exhale. 22. Exhale. 23. Exhale. 24. Exhale. And 25. Exhale. Bring down the hands, keep your eyes closed, and observe the sensations in your head. With the focus on the visualization going into the head, more of you should have felt sensation today from the first round itself.
Can you explain the visualization one more time, please?
Certainly. When we resume Bhastrika Pranayama again, as you inhale, you feel abdominal area come out, chest expand, and shoulder pull back. At the same time, feel the vitality of the inhalation going right into the head. And as you exhale, feel the breath going out of the head. So the head becomes the place where it is going. Remember, this is impacting the central nervous system. So if you focus on the head, that is where the brain is, it gives a little kick in the backside to goose the whole effect. Let's go to the next round. We are a little short on time, so I would like to wait longer. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Bring down the hands. Observe the sensations in your head as you keep your eyes closed. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. And if you have a personal mantra, you can do it. Otherwise, just watch your breath and listen to Om. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as a thought, raise your hands up 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands. And with that, we end the session today. It is 6:30 Eastern time. And we are open for questions. But first, I have a question for all of you. We did 2 variations today. One variation was that when we did these exercises, we alternated. In alternating, did you get better flexibility and, this thing in the hands?
You don't get tired.
It feels better.
Yes.
How many of you feel better? Raise your hand. Okay, so it looks like it is about 50%. Okay.
More alert. More
Dr.
alert.
Rajan?
Okay.
It actually makes you alert, pay attention, and increases more neuroactivity.
It seems to increase flexibility and sensitivity
Yes.
in the hand too.
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay. So now, second question. And by the way, did anybody dislike it? So I don't see any hands up. So the others, I would assume, okay, Vijay Gupta disliked it. Okay.
Because they have to think, change the thinking behind. Otherwise, you keep.
Okay, Gloria Ramirez.
It was
disliked.
Mrs. Gupta. It was
Yes.
Mrs. Gupta.
Yes, yes. Mrs. Gupta, Gloria, I see a few hands up. Yes. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll find a halfway zone, how to deal with it, but we'll figure it out. Now, the next question is, when you did the breathing with the head, did more people who did not feel any sensation in the first round of Bhastrika Pranayama, were there such people who normally have not felt sensation before feeling sensation today? Please raise your hands.
I had, pulse in my head.
Yeah.
Very
Very
strong
in
pulse.
front of the head,
Yeah.
visualization. Oh, that.
Very good, very good. So
Dr.
now,
Rajan,
yes,
I found that counterintuitive because when I'm breathing, I'm so focused on filling my lungs with air and making sure that my belly expands breathing in and it contracts breathing out. So I found it very counterintuitive because whenever I'm visualizing me breathing, it's like nose down that I'm focused on. So how
Very
can I work on that?
no, the thing is basically you don't do the visualization. So what happens is do the breathing as you're doing, focused on all of the belly and all of that. And after a while, when you find it is that belly and everything is moving thoughtlessly, right?
Yeah.
At that point in time, you can bring your attention to the head.
Okay, I'll try that tomorrow.
Yeah. And so Venkatesan, you were explaining about how you were feeling in the back of the head.
Yeah, I had very strong pulse on my head.
Okay. And after you, after the relaxation, everything gone, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you feel more alert after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. How many of you felt Bhastrika today was better than the previous day after you did the relaxation in the end?
Part creates a better.
Okay. So it is probably like 10-20% of you feel.
I like Bhadrika.
Huh?
Yes.
I like Bhadrika.
Okay.
It felt like, head was cleared.
Okay.
Dr.
So
Rajan,
anyway, yes, Megha Shah, okay, go ahead.
yeah, I have I couldn't explain, I cannot explain, but inner ear was really heavy or something. The fire was coming out, something like that,
Uh-huh.
like here.
Very good. Did it
Eyes
feel good
were
after
hairy.
that?
Sorry?
Did it feel good after that now?
Yeah, it is better. I mean, I feel good. Yep.
Okay.
So is that okay feeling?
Well, you got the fire feeling when you were doing Bhastrika, right?
Yep.
That means it's letting go of all the stuff that you didn't want to, let go of.
That's good.
That works. Thank you.
You see, what happens is few people realize that, you know, when we use the word tapas or tapasya, you see what happens is, tap means heat, and body's purification actually works with heat. And that is why when we talk about karma yoga, yoga of action, it is in the process of heat burning through the system. It burns the karmas, the program. So that's why it is said, tapas swadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani kriya yoga. Kriya yoga, yoga of action. The word kriya is the word for karma yoga that comes in the Yoga Sutras, right? So there you were burning all the unwanted stuff.
Heavy aitala, more breathing, then it cleared.
Narayan,
Yes.
I felt that, you know, whenever we concentrate on that particular or place that we are concentrating on, like you're doing the spinal exercises, starting with the neck, you focus in every part of your body. When you put your mind focused on that part, definitely there is a really good kind of a thing that you feel throughout your body.
Exactly.
Whatever exercises you've been practicing. So
Exactly.
it reflects in each, and the Patrika concentrates on the, you know, air going. So that that is another. That is
Excellent. Thank you so much.
It was wonderful.
That's what I was.
Very good.
Thank you for the feedback. So
Dr.
now, yes,
Dr.
go ahead.
Rajan.
Yes.
Rajan, I have a question. At the end, when we do the meditation and we are watching our breath, at that time when we listen to the music, how do we synchronize the music, Om, and how do we, like when you breathe in and breathe out, how do we synchronize Om?
Whichever way it works for you. You see, the Om is slow and long. So some people may take 2 breaths by the time the Om is over. Others may take 3 breaths. But whatever is the number of breaths you take in between each Om, that is where you're focused on. In fact, what happens is you're not, when you focus on your breath, you just watch the breath going in and out. You don't have to worry about inhalation and exhalation.
Om ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ. Om ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ.
There's no timing at home with our breathing.
No, you don't need to time yourself. Actually, I'll tell you why we focus on the breath.
Okay.
It is only for the reason that you don't want the mind to wander. Okay? So if you don't focus on your... Yeah. And there is a reason why we play Om in the background, and I tell people...
Because she did some good work with drums, and she was talking about that, so she plays drums.
Okay, so there is a reason why we play Om in the background as we are doing this. Actually, what happens is, I think few of us realize that this concept of a personal mantra that we say is the one that is intended to quieten the system within. It is the equal and opposite vibration of the programs that are vibrating inside you. Okay? So that personal mantra for you is called your Rik, your personal Rik. And in fact, the nature of the higher experience is explained in the Chandogya Upanishad. In the Chandogya Upanishad, the first chapter, first section says that when you have balance of energy in the body, which is called Sama. When the Sama and the Rik are in perfect balance, the Sama is when we do our all these breathing practice and the mind is calm, and then you do your mantra, personal mantra, that is the Rik. With the Sama and Rik in balance, when you use the Udgita in the Chandogya Upanishad terminology, Udgita means Omkara, Om. Okay? If you use Om, you will have the highest experience. You will reach the highest. This is what the Chandogya Upanishad says. And what is very interesting is, we have tested this with many of our advanced yoga practitioners. It actually does work. And that is the reason we keep the Om in the background when we play this. But then, of course, for people who are initially working on other things, Om may not be that helpful. For some people, it may actually be disturbing if they're doing something else on their own, right? So anyway, that's why I wanted to explain that. Any questions? Oh, but first, anybody who hasn't spoken up and introduced yourself before, would you like to speak up and introduce yourself? Yes, Sudha Bhatt, go ahead. Unmute yourself and speak up.
Yeah, I'm Sudha Bhatt and I live in San Jose, California. And Sushila Iyer introduced me to this yoga session.
Wonderful.
So today is my second day and I'm still learning.
So how are you enjoying it?
I like it.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Namaste.
welcome to our group.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Hello, Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
My daughter joined us today.
Hi. What is your name?
Isha.
Isha. So thank you for joining us. How did you like it today?
I liked it.
You want to say more? She's a little shy.
Thank you so much. Clearly, she hasn't taken after the father.
No, my wife does too with us. So it's, but she's just joined us today.
Very nice. Thank you.
I'm
No,
having
you
trouble
said
with
your
my
daughter
tongue.
is shy, and I don't see you as being shy. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to introduce, speak up, or if you have a question, please go ahead.
Hi, this is Rani Pemarazu.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the first session I joined today.
Where are you from?
I live in Rockville, Maryland.
Wonderful, Rani. Welcome and thank you. You are in our neighborhood.
Thank you. Oh, where do you live?
Silver Spring.
Oh, right here. Okay. Thank you. I really enjoyed the knee and spine. Actually, I felt like on my backbone, it was kind of like a little tingling, when I was doing the mantra.
Yes.
And I could feel that it's kind of pressure in my spine a little bit.
Can we see your face, please? Turn on your video.
Okay, 1 second. This is me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Anybody else?
Hello, I'm Niti Gandhi.
Yes, namaste, Niti.
Namaste. So I have one question. I couldn't get the Bija mantra for Agnya Chakra.
It is Cham. Cham as in Kshatriya. Cham as in
Okay.
Shama.
Okay, Kshama. Okay.
Any other questions, anyone? So I get an early break tonight. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.
Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
Dr. Rajan.
Haji, Satyapal ji, go ahead.
Yeah. My son, he has pain in his right leg, right hip, and he went for this X-ray, and the doctor told him that there is a cyst between L4 and L5. They want to remove it, and they say that if the cyst comes back again, they will have to fuse the two vertebrae. What is your suggestion?
See, what it is how old is your son?
53.
Does he believe in anything we do over here?
Well, I'm trying to come to this side. I haven't been able successful yet.
I will tell you something. You see, we have prepared all our training material for people. And one of the key elements of our training we tell people is the worst people to come for our therapy are people who are referred by well-wishers and family members. Because what happens is there is something called nocebo effect. That is, if a person doesn't believe in it, nothing will work on further. Okay? And so what happens is, if you as a concerned father would love for your son to be benefited if something can happen without a non-surgical procedure. But on the other hand, unless your son believes in it, nothing will happen for that person. Okay.
Okay.
So Tell your son if he would like to come and join the yoga session over here. Let him, try for 2-3 days. And if he feels we are a bunch of crazy people, he will go away. And if he thinks things are working well, maybe he should ask the question on his own. Then I think we'll take this the next step.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When we are doing 7 mantras, does the speed matter?
Sorry, who is this speaking?
Kusum.
Oh, yes. When you are doing the 7 mantra, what matters?
Speed. How fast you say the mantra?
The pace at which we are doing, I think speed.
Oh, speed, pace. Actually, pace does not matter. Whatever is convenient for you is your right pace.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
I think sometime you explained about nerve regeneration.
Yes.
And other things. Can you explain to me one more time?
Okay. I am not quite sure what it is, but if you're talking of neuroplasticity, it is basically rewiring of the nerves when you do the same activity. The example of it was, like, for example, when you first learn to ride a bike, you keep falling. And then after a while, you don't fall anymore because the brain supplies, the brain learns. And what does the brain do? It supplies the right kind of energy to the right organs over there so that you're able to maintain the balance. So that rewiring of the brain, same thing goes with swimming, anything you learn new. That rewiring of the brain is what is called neuroplasticity, or where the nerve, the nerves reconnect. Is this what we had meant? Is this what we are talking about?
Yeah, this is little different. I was asking, like one day you discussed about stem cells also.
Yes.
And my understanding is that nerve cells don't regenerate like liver cells or cardio cells or other cells do. About regeneration of nerve cells, not the training.
I understand what you're saying. You see, we have nerves in our body that are a finite number, right? There are only 2-3 nerves in our limbs, okay? Whereas on the other hand, even though there are only 2-3 nerves in our limbs, any part you feel, you can feel the sensation, right? So what happens is you have thousands of nerve endings, millions of nerve endings, okay? So what happens is, you may be absolutely right. I don't know, but from actually from a yogic perspective, I'm not sure whether nerves never regrow, but from a conventional medicine perspective, if that is what they know, so be it. But what happens is, well, people who lose their tips of their fingers or something, they can grow them back. Okay. And one of the most interesting things I noticed is we have one person within our group over here who actually had part of this person's index finger got chopped off. But then what happened was it got just chopped off at the almost at the base of the nail. Okay. And then after that, what happened is the nail started growing. As the nail started growing, below the nail also it started growing. Okay. Now, what is very interesting is in the country called Georgia, the former Soviet state, right? Georgia, an experiment was done where somebody had that same kind of accident. Okay. So what they did was they actually put after cleaning out the wound and all of that, they put a silver mesh on it. Okay. And after putting the silver mesh, on a daily basis, they would, apply some electricity to get some reverse polarity over there. And what would happen is every day they would remove the mesh, clean it with a gauze, and then put it back like this they were doing. And in 6 weeks, they saw it looked like it was growing back. And so in the experiment, they had preserved all the gauze they had used. So they started testing it, and they actually found stem cells in them. Okay. And so what happened is, after a period of, I don't remember the exact time period, somewhere between 3 to 6 months, that entire finger grew back and was completely normal. But for this person for whom I told you locally within our community, for that person, it did not fully grow back to normal. It only grew back under the nail, but it basically, the curved part that comes in the end, it stopped over there. So it looks like the natural ending of the finger chopped off, right? It almost feels like if you, it became a flat finger instead of a curved finger. Okay. So,
Thank you.
so I don't know what it is that is growing back over there, but whatever is growing over there, I think it may be the nerve endings if the nerves cannot grow, or whether it is the nerve, I don't know the answer.
Yeah, but thank you.
Dr. Rajan?
Yes.
The way you're talking about, I have the same problem. My about 50 years ago, my thumb is crushed. You can see my thumb here.
Yes.
And it's totally fractured. And my doctor says a nail never come back. But see, the nail came back, and the second small nail came. Still is 50 years old, but still it came back and grow up. Yeah. This will happen.
Well, we all know if you chop off the legs of a frog, the frog grows back its legs, right? And if you chop off the tail of a lizard, the lizard tail comes back.
Yeah. So the doctor says it won't come back, but I mean, finally it grow up.
Well, you see what. So Mukesh, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that frog and lizard, giving those examples is entirely different, because
yes, I
these
agree.
cells are in our bone marrow. Bone marrow is one where cells are differentiated, and they can differentiate into any kind of cell. And prokaryotes or lower eukaryotes are different than human.
I agree. I agree. But the concept that the stem cells are there in the nadis, and the nadis are flowing everywhere, this is something modern medicine has not yet recognized, but the research has been done to show it. And that is what is the primovascular system.
Actually, I believe that because in Parkinson's and Alzheimer's patients, some behavior kind of experiments were done where the stress was removed from them and they were allowed to do what they like. Started gaining their memory and other things. So many things we do not understand, but that happens.
But the key to it as a researcher is the primovascular system. So I shared that the other day, right? In PubMed, there are some 200-300 articles on the primovascular system, the research that has been done in various parts of the world. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we will end over here and see you tomorrow. Oh, there is a question. Subbalakshmi Shivshankaran. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, the finger grew back, but how is the sensation in the finger?
Normal.
Because there are tissue, your muscle and skin and everything, but what is the sensation like?
For the person in the Georgia case, they report it became normal. Okay. But but I think for people like what Mr. Suresh Purohit said, what happened in his finger, or the other person whom I saw over there, I don't see it as 100% normal. Okay.
I have my senses is normal. Nate doesn't look good, but senses is normal, no?
Okay.
I guess he doesn't want to answer.
No, but in his case, his finger got crushed. Okay.
No, he's going to answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Any questions?
Thank you, Doctor. Excuse me.
Yes,
Excuse me.
go ahead.
I put in a question for a friend. He's going to Baltimore, I think next week for an appointment. Do you have any help for it? I just put a question in.
I see what you're saying. You know, what happens is all of these, you see, given I got the most exciting moment was, I told you the case of a person who came with Alzheimer's to us, right? I shared that story with you some time back. And how with the Om mantra, we were able to regenerate and the changes that were happening, okay? So what happens is, unless we work with a person who has those kinds of, who has those kind of issues, we really cannot know whether we can help them or not. So if somebody wants to come and work with us and see whether something we can do will work for them or not, they are welcome to come. But again, I'm going to suggest you, Urmilaji, what I said earlier. Unless the person has enough faith, don't let the person come. It will not work. And to me, the most astounding case so far has been, I have a NIH researcher who is one of our patients, okay? And that person has the, this, what do you call it?
Fibromyalgia?
No. The pulmonary fibrosis. The lung is being lost part by part, okay? And what we have been able to show in is 2-3 months of working with mantra, the oxygen saturation from the pulse oximeter reading has increased by 2%. Okay? And what is more important we have seen is that the person, while walking stairs, it was detected initially because while going upstairs, the person was going out of breath. That's when the person went and got examined. And now there is no more, when he climbs stairs and things, there is no more feeling shortness of breath or anything.
Can you mention the word Lou Gehrig? So I tell them to watch the YouTube so they can listen to it. That this is what you were talking about, the Lou Gehrig disease. So I tell them.
See, I have never worked with a case of a person with Lou Gehrig disease, so I don't know what will come out of it.
Okay.
So Urmilaji, I will tell you, please, do not refer patients to come for therapy. All I will ask you to do is refer them to come to our yoga practice over here. If they join our yoga session over here, and if they feel there is something useful and convinced, let them step forward on their own in therapy. But you don't go and tell a person, come to therapy, come to therapy. Tell them, come to this yoga class. That's all you need to do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So thank you all. See you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, yoga family.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Yoga family.